Hey, Adam George, what's happening, my mom? Yes, Matty, send me the link. Yes, mate, of course. Um, fuck, innit? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just put it in the chat. That'll just be easier, won't it? Yeah, a bit of a boring day. Went a bit shopping and that earlier on. And then that was pretty much my day. Hey, Tara, long time no speak. How you doing? 12 amazing people that are in. Sweet. Yeah. What's everyone's plans for the weekend? Anything exciting? I may be going exploring, I don't know yet. See what happens. Great video. Yep. Haley, what? That wasn't supposed to happen that way. But yeah, so I thought I'd lost footage, but obviously I put 3 videos together, so I just changed the title on it. But yeah, thank you for the feedback on it. Guys, if you do comment on the latest video, which was about 15 minutes ago finished, I'll get back to you after the stream. What's happening,
Easy. Usual.
Easy. Yeah, man. What have you been up to? Anything exciting?
How do we sort this sound setting?
Oh shit. Edit mic settings. Is that better?
I think it's on my end, I got.
Yeah, I'm doing yours now, I am, mate. Yeah.
There we go.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Sound. Oh, press the wrong button. Hey, Daniel, what's happening, my mom? Tara, I'm good. I'm on holiday. Sweet. Matt should come back on now. Give him a few seconds. Still on bed rest. Right, add to the screen. There you go. Wrong button.
I'm not touching anything anymore.
No, fuck that.
You saying you've been good?
Yeah, pretty good. Been bored out me nut, mate, to be honest, this week. We've done like literally nothing, have we?
Nothing.
Nope, we're bored, so it's like now we're both kind of getting itchy feet. 5 whole days and not done one explore, mate, and it's like now it's like we start to pull each other's hair out, do you know what I mean? So
Same as that.
Hey?
Same as that. Me and Matty went out last night to go back to the one that he locked me in, and yeah, somebody's been out there and done the business, and we couldn't get in.
Oh, so someone.
Yeah, somebody knows.
Oh, that's a bit of fun, isn't it?
Just walk away for a few months, innit? Just wait till somebody else opens it up again.
Can't win them all.
Well, no, they've been.
We had the same the other day with the fucking ship, didn't we?
Oh, mate, yeah. Did I send you the video, right, of when we tried to get onto the ship near us?
I don't think so.
Right, mate. I'm gonna send you it, right, because this is sick as fuck, right? We had a police helicopter. 8 police cars?
8 or 7 or 8 police
7 or 8 police cars.
No, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, I think I put it on my Facebook. I think I didn't.
Yeah, he was driving about in that, and the helicopter were like circling around in the distance.
Yeah, mate, it was just like
that was cheeky, innit?
Yeah, mate, it was just it's what BM drivers do, innit?
The fact you went back though just to take the piss is even worse.
Yeah, mate, literally, mate, with the road we had to go down, mate. I couldn't even get over 5 miles an hour. Potholes were bigger, like, than my ex-missus, like, proper fat as fuck. They were humongous, mate. I got out every fucking time, mate. Every single one. I was like, Crunch, please don't be the bottom end. Please don't.
Yeah, proper bigger than the dimples in my backside.
It's funny, man.
Get lost in them ones.
But yeah, it was. I'm gonna be heading home tomorrow to do the video, like, so. Once I've done that and I've uploaded it, I'll send it over like late tomorrow night or something. Yeah.
So you got in then?
No.
Oh.
Right, so I don't want to give too much away, but all I'm saying, it got rather hairy, rather fucking quick, mate.
Usually how it happens.
Yeah, that guy was a complete bell end, mate. So I lost my shit. That's why the police got called. And
There was more of us.
there was only me and Vicky that actually got away. Everyone else got busted, mate. So yeah, man, it's all funny games, isn't it? So,
yeah.
What do you know?
Not a lot.
No.
Yeah, not a lot going on at the minute, is there? It's a bit quiet.
No, it's not quiet. The Queen died.
Shut up, you. Mate, it was probably the best.
I'm not even going to comment on that because we both end up with shadow ban.
Mate, that's proper funny, man.
And this is one of those times I get to make an entrance, right? Because I've actually asked him if he'll take me down to London to the funeral just so I can camp outside for 2 hours. Have a complete, like, yeah,
Right,
and just
what the
record
fuck?
it all on my GoPro and then I'll be all right then, won't I? You know, my mum's like, right, Vicky, okay. Like, and he's like, if you really want to go, he's I'm like, you can see the dismay in his face. I'm like, yeah, I want to go to London to visit Dad. Yeah, I'm all right with that.
I told her she could pay the fuel and that's it, and she's paying for my food when I'm down there. Done.
But that's fine. I make nice
Do you
food
know what I
anyway.
So it's all right, isn't it? Hey, what's going on? How you doing, my mum? Hayley, it's on my personal Facebook. I think it's a black and white background, and I think it's like we escaped from the police or something. But that bit into the video at the end, because all you hear like towards the end of the video that I need to make. Yeah, the fucking police are on their way. Then you hear sirens left, right, and centre, mate. And then you seem like.
No,
you know,
it took them ages to get there.
It took them 20 minutes,
but yeah,
25 minutes.
At least, because we went there and it completely went dark in that time. And then all of a sudden, in the distance, you can just see the blue lights just light the place up altogether.
When they press the fob and then the fucking come on, don't they? Right? Well, fucking they were doing that, mate, and then all of a sudden it was like bing, 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 bing. It was like they all literally got out of the car at the same time, mate. It was so funny, mate. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna be cheeky, mate. I thought I don't have to drive that way, but I am driving that way.
Why not?
Oh, mate, it was just hilarious, mate. So yeah, man. And also, guys,
you was obviously out and clear by that point, anyway.
Oh, mate, I wasn't gonna stop, mate. I know those back roads better than most. I wasn't gonna hang around, like, fucking hell, no. So, but yeah, it was pretty cool, man. But yeah, it was. Yeah, it's definitely. In fact, right, I've got a video that I need to sort of get edited. Well, there's two ready for the end of the year. And I'm just looking at videos now for like next year, really, because I don't know when I'm going to be moving, but I know it's going to be the beginning of the year. Do you know what I mean? So we'll hopefully it'll be sort of like March, April sort of time. So as long as I've got a few videos to just sort of like get me through until like May, June sort of time, and then that'll be buzzing then. Do you know what I mean? So.
And then you'll be closer to me, and I can get you arrested most nights of the week. Then
this is the plan, mate.
Yeah.
Mate, you know what I mean? It's like they're gonna take one look at you and think, "Who's that bold cunt?" And then they got all sorts of happy.
Well, they don't look at me and get like wonder who I am. They look at me and know.
Yeah, man.
They don't hang around with another fucking bold cunt as well called Matty. It's well known.
They look at me, they just see his number plate flagging up, and they go, "Which direction's he's going?" And then all of a sudden he goes off radar, and then he's in somewhere. It's funny as fuck. It is funny as fuck when Volt does it, because he's like, he was telling me, right. I don't know if I should say on here, but basically, right, there's like a few ways out of his town, right, and he said he's found this other way out of town that's got no AMPR cameras, and I was like, mate, that's sick.
Yeah.
So I didn't say any more than that because I don't know who's watching and who isn't. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think I can say that much at the least. Like, do you know what I
But at
mean?
the end of the day, Matt's lived there the best part of like 10 odd years plus now. Do you know what I mean? So if he's only just found this way out of his town, it's very unlikely anyone's going to know about it anyway.
I think it's got to be December time last year. I think he was telling me. So he just says no. Every time he goes out of town, he says he just goes that way now. And then they wonder then how he's got out of town and not realised on which way it is. Yeah, but
Yeah.
in fact, right on one of his videos that he did, he actually shown the way out of town, and it was funny as fuck. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's funny as fuck, like. But yeah, Haley, thank you for dropping the link. Very much appreciated. Got 17 people in. I put the live on earlier on so that people would know that I was live. But fuck knows what's happening. I don't know how long I'm going to be on for. Probably not too long. Probably do about an hour or something and then fuck off, like, because I need to sort of shit.
I'll probably be shooting off in about 5 when my dinner turns up.
Oh, mate, I've just had a fucking sausage casserole, mate. And homemade. Yeah, mate, it was yeah. I'm a bit stuffed now. Like, my belly's fucking rock hard, mate, and like my cock.
Well, if she sorted dinner out, she can sort that out.
Mate, she's not getting a choice on the matter. Come here.
Anything planned then? You got anything planned for the weekend?
Well, see, this is what I'm not too sure. Like, I want to get out exploring tomorrow.
We're going out tomorrow.
Where and what, I'm not 100% sure, but we're definitely going to be looking at it later on. I've sent you a few pins over, haven't I, where I wouldn't mind hitting it.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens here.
Right, I'm gonna have to love you and leave you anyway, Taff.
No worries. Well, Volks just sent me a voice message.
Good to catch up with you anyway, mate. I'll speak to you soon.
Speak to you in a bit.
Take it easy, brother.
I'll speak to you in a bit.
Sound, bro.
Robert. Right, guys, give me 1 second. Let me just check this voice message out, and I'll be with you.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's.
Yeah.
Alright. So now, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's kids, Archie and Lilibet, get new titles now after the Queen died.
Really?
So Archie 3 and Lilibet 1 will now be officially a prince and princess under the HRHs.
No way.
Under the rules established in 1917.
What the fuck?
Because our descendants.
Anyway.
Are the back in then? The back in. Oh well. Just thought I'd tell you.
That's a bit mad, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, it's different, isn't it?
Anyway, yeah, sorry, I had a voice message off Malt, so I just needed to have a little listen because there was something in there. Obviously, I've not spoken to him for a few days, so, well, actually, I think it's been about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, whatever. So, yeah, just having a bit of a catch up. Just told him that I'm live, so he could possibly well be in. So we'll see what happens there. And then, yeah. I'll tell you what I'll do is come off this quickly, send him a message, and then jobs are good. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Right, so I loved the bit on the last video we dodged that truck with a pickup truck. Oh mate, yeah, that was quick thinking. That was. But yeah, it was a bit mad. It was only because exploring with Helen, her mate was like, "Oh, let's go exploring," and then she just didn't go exploring, and she ended up staying in the car for like the whole day, which bit of a piss take if you ask me. But yeah. So yeah, basically she was like bibbing on the horn. She was like, "Quick, come on, quick, she's gone." I was like, so we literally just hopped over, ran down to the car. That car park was massive. Do you know what I mean? And I was like right at the beginning of the year as well, which is a bit nuts. So yeah, there's some mad little bits happening. Heavy day. But yeah, so like I completely fucked the editor, and I just added all. There was like 3 explores. One was a complete fail, but they were all quite short. So I was like, what am I gonna do? So I just added them all together anyway. But at least I didn't lose the video for it either. So yeah, mom. What's everyone been up to anyway? A bit. What's everyone been up to anyway? Hey, well, no, what's happening, my mom? I'll catch you later, Ta. Yeah, no worries, Alec. I'll speak to you tomorrow, bud. Been out today exploring down near St. Ives. Oh, mate, there's some really cool places over there, actually. Yeah, tell Minnie that I'll message her tomorrow about mid-morning, something like that. But yeah, I've got some nice bits, actually, over that way, St. Ives way. You come up quite far up, didn't you, really, Colonel? I thought it was good. Yeah, it was a pretty cool explore, to be fair. Well, explores, should I say. But yeah, we've got 26 people in, guys, so we're doing quite well. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up as well, guys. Ooh. Yeah. Does anyone else want to come up on the panel? Give us a shout. Toffee at St. Ives. Not the other one. Here we go. How we doing, buddy?
Hey, all right, man. Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah,
Me with my fucking zit on my head.
There's one of
Fucking hell. You only realise when you put the camera on, it's like, fuck this shit.
Oh yeah.
And let me just erase it with a stick that makes things go away.
You should stick it on your penis, mate, so when you get up, right, no one can see it.
Yeah, no. If I stuck it on my penis, mate, it wouldn't make it go away because there's nothing there anyway.
Oh, that's it, mate.
Yeah. You can't make something disappear that ain't there in the first place.
That's it, mate. This
Jesus.
is why I have a mangina.
Yeah. Fucking hell. See, this is the reality of like live streams, folks. Got to get rid of the zits. It's under there now.
You know what the funny thing is, right? Since I've had my PC, I think I've been on it 3 times, mate. I haven't been home.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck's sake. So getting withdrawal symptoms now.
Is this the new one you got, the big boy?
Yeah, the big one, mate, yeah. I had to take some of the RAM out because it just...
It's fucked, was it?
I don't know if it was fucked, but basically out the 192 gig of RAM that it come with, I dropped it down to 128, but it runs so much better now.
Yeah, were they all matched sticks, exactly the same brand?
From the last few, they were all like one of this, one of that, one. Do you know what I mean? So
No,
the others are all matching, and that's why I thought
they were being silly doing that because you don't do that. They've got to be exactly the same. It's really critical.
Oh, yeah. But like,
yeah. So you did the right thing there, taking them out.
Oh, I just took them out, mate, because and then literally as I was taking the PC back from here to my house, it must have banged something along the way because like there was 3 of the RAMs where they popped out, so it was going, let's reboot, and it was like, fuck's sake, and I was like, so that's why you got that message saying basically, look, I'm bringing my fucking computer down to you, like, can you sort it? And then I thought, I'll just check everything. Do you know what I mean? I thought maybe something's come loose, and there it was. You know what? It's fucking brilliant. Hey, Hidden History.
Ray, how you doing?
So yeah.
And everybody in chat as well, by the way. Hello.
So yeah, Debbie Joe, how you doing? So yeah, like basically, I'll need to get home, get some editing done. Try and sort of keep on top of all my edits that I've got now, as well as what I've got on my PC. I lost about 6 months of videos because my old hard drive went kabang. Yeah. That's why
you didn't have it backed up. No. You only had 1 copy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very big. Oh yeah. So.
Ooh, and you didn't do that trick I told everybody to do, which is to have a second unused channel on YouTube where you just upload all your stuff for free, and it keeps your footage. So if your hard drive dies, you've got a second copy. No. So you didn't do like having a redundant second backup copy.
No.
Yeah.
I have fucking learned.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely going to be doing that until it's up on YouTube, and then that's it. Then.
Yeah.
I don't keep them after that anyway. I just delete them because I can always download them back off YouTube if I need to.
What happens if your YouTube goes down?
Fuck it then, innit? At that point.
Mate, you're just gonna put your whole life on a bonfire, basically, yeah, of trust on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's like I'm deleting my other channel, my FPV one, because it's just too much work doing 3 channels. Yeah, I've done nothing on my Taffy's Little Adventures this year because I've just wanted to get out on the lake and things like that, and but I've just really been concentrating on the 1 channel. So I just thought I can just add my FPV stuff onto this one, and I thought that. I'll just leave it at that, really. It's just too much hard work, yeah.
So you're not bothering to do the FPV flying now?
Yeah. I'll be doing the FPV flying, but I'm not uploading it to the other channel. I'm going to upload it to this one.
Yeah.
Having 3 channels, mate, is hard work.
Well, yeah, because the thing is, as well, you can still grow your grow your, what you're doing on this channel, and it'll
Yeah,
grow
yeah.
faster rather than trying to grow 3 channels, which are all sort of blipping a little bit. Put it into one and make it grow properly. Like, I can't see the point in having multiple channels.
Well, see, now my other one, my bushcraft one, until I stopped uploading, I think I'm on like 3 point something K there on that. So that channel was growing like rapid, do you know what I mean? And I thought, fucking hell, I think I'm going to leave the urbex scene and just go into doing all my bushcraft stuff. I thought I can go to a forest, do you know what I mean? Just hang around there for a few days, get loads of videos, and figure it out from there. But like I said, this year I've done nothing on it really. So
yeah, all you got to do is re-upload your videos onto here, and just create a playlist and say, this is my bushcraft playlist, this is my urbex playlist, this is my live playlist, and create playlists. And then you get everyone gets to see all the other sides of you on one channel. They don't miss anything if you upload it because they're not subscribed, because they're only in the other one. It's like, I reckon it's the way to go.
Well, I think now where I'm going with it, I think I just need to sort of sort my shit out with it really, because I don't know which way I want to go with my channel either, and I don't know which one I want to go on either more. But because I really enjoy my bushcraft stuff, but I'm enjoying my urbex a lot more now. Now I've got my independence back. So just relying on people to go, oh, do you mind taking us to such and such? Oh, I'm busy. Or you arrange it and then they let you down. And then it's like, and everything was just getting on top of me. And I thought, do you know what? Fuck it. I thought, Brady's going away in September. I need to get a car sorted. So basically, I used all my savings that I was to move away. And I'd pretty much nearly done that. Do you know what I mean? So I had I think, including the money I had for the car that I sort of got over the couple of months that I was trying to get money for my car, which I did most of it on my own anyway. I think I had about $2,000. Do you know what I mean? That was saved up. Do you know what I mean? So it was just sort of like one of those things where I've put money in the car and we've done loads of explores, haven't we?
Yeah. We spent quite a lot of time on the lake though this year.
Yeah, we've done a lot on the lake and paddle boarding and out on the kayaks and up into the mountains, and we did a bit of wild camping the other week, didn't we?
Last week,
yeah, on the bank holiday weekend. Yeah. So that
was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna keep the urbex stuff because I really do love the urbex stuff. Loving it a lot more now. Like I said. Do you know what I mean? That now I've got a car and I'm not sort of relying on people. Like tomorrow, there's a good chance that we're going out tomorrow. We just got to sort of figure out where we're going tomorrow. So yeah, it's all go, isn't it?
I was going to say, since he's become more independent, folks, and he's got his new car, I haven't seen him once.
Yeah, but listen to this, right?
But you have been on the conversation list.
Right.
Right.
Right. But
and he's all like, I don't do lives anymore because I can't stand it. Right. Here he is doing a live.
It generally does do me head in, but every now and then I've got to do a live stream so people still know that I'm still alive. So, but over the last 3.5 months, nearly 4 months, I've lost a stone in weight. Right, my asthma's better. Right, right. Also, right, I'm in bed by 11 o'clock. I'm up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Right, and my eating habits. Right, and I'm only drinking water. Right, so
that's good.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, so after 11 o'clock, I take my meds at 11. And I don't remember much long after that. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I get the odd message and that, but my phone's on the other side of the room now, so that I don't have to get up and look at it. If I just stay up all night, you see. So, oh yeah, the beard's grown. Yeah, everyone keeps telling me to shave it. Yeah, I'm like, nah. No, it needs to stay.
It needs to tidy.
But yeah, so it's not like I've done nothing. Do you know what I mean? Over the last couple of months. I've had
Admit you've done nothing. Admit it. You've done nothing, Taffy. Come on, admit it.
I've done
Admit.
everything apart from nothing. I've seen my daughter
You've
a
been
lot
playing
more.
with your Todger. Come on.
No, that's it, mate. Do you know what I mean? But like, my daughter started school this week full time, so that's like a bit crazy. So,
Have you managed to get down to see your daughter quite a bit now? You've got the car.
Every other week. So I
Good.
play the same time because she's only like 40 minutes away. And then oh yeah, in fact, Colonel, tomorrow I'm actually going to go and try and do some paranormal. All my paranormal stuff's there ready to go, so just got to get it out of Vicky's car. Yo, Gareth, how's it going? So yeah, there is going to be a lot more paranormal. Yeah, in the grey and white bag, the small bag, because it's got my board and everything in it, but I'm not using the board because I don't feel like I need to. So yeah, man. So like I said, I've been up to a few bits, and it's been quite nice.
I've been being a boring git, to be honest. I've gone out and done stuff, but we haven't done the things we've gone out to do. Like I went out in a boat, took the boat out. We're going to go to an island. Engine started playing up, and I said, I think we need to call this before we end up with another emergency. So that didn't happen. I went to somewhere which I'll tell you about privately, but I can't say on air because it's pretty cool. And we did something, and we got in this place and we looked around, but it's so cool, and we've only done a little bit of it. Somebody that I think he was on earlier, wasn't he? Matty was there.
Yeah.
But like, all I'm going to say is something happened. It's kind of my fault, but something happened. But Matty was a bit like, wanted to get out to kind of make sure that we could get out, and then because of that, we've all been like chomping at the bit to get back in there to finish it, because we only did a bit. And like,
what's happening now? Just check that, mate, because I would really like to go.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. I have heard about that. Yeah.
So let me.
But we don't know how well secured or anything it is. I mean, but we can go and check it out.
It's always worth throwing the drone at.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Because you can do that from the car park.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's they going to do? They're going to come over and say, you can't fly your drone here. Well, not according to my maps. It's a no-fly zone. So
yeah. You came to that place that was quite near that, didn't you? Down the
road,
yeah, across the road. Yeah.
Hey, pedantic Joker, what's happening? But that is definitely on my hit list because if I remember rightly, it's very recently only become.
Yes. Last few days. Yeah.
Because I don't want to give anything away, but it's only recently, like a week ago.
I'll tell you what. I'll put it in my diary for like Sunday and onwards to try and see whether I can check it out and see what it looks like.
Well, you can check
it's
it
very
out.
sad as well. Like that place is gone because I mean that's a part of history. That is.
Mate, history. Mate, that place is like amazing. Yeah. Like, in fact, right, I could probably sort it out for next Saturday, right, to go down and see my daughter and come down from there because it's about 2 hours from there, towards you.
Yeah.
I think it's actually that weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'll actually get rid of it for that.
Yeah. But yeah, so if that's something that you wouldn't mind doing, if you could get to the place and throw the drone up and have a bit of a scout around, that would be awesome.
Yeah, because the zoom is good for that because I'll just scan every corner. Yeah. It's probably got a lot of cameras inside and out. It depends whether they'll be working.
When has it ever bothered us about CCTV?
Well, I know that. I know.
Never. Mate, what's the worst going to happen?
Well, get kicked out, yeah. Absolutely.
And then we just go back in again. And then
well, as long as
maybe not that day.
Yeah.
Go back. Do you know what I mean? So,
Got to be done though. Got to be done.
To know the situation really.
Yeah.
That would be, like, really cool if you could get onto that, but also check the weather as well,
Mm.
because we have got some bad weather coming in, which could
Good
also
point.
be in our favour.
It was the weather that stopped us doing this thing the other night, because it was meant to be pissing down and we needed the rain to cover us with noise because of where it was. It's too close to houses, so anything we did was going to make noise.
Oh,
And so we went there, and it was meant to be chucking it down, and then we realized something wasn't right with the situation. There was a factor, let's just put it like that, as a factor went a bit tits up. And so we're standing there, we're like, ooh, this seems a bit sus now. This seems sus, and we haven't got the weather, so we had to walk away. But yeah, we were hoping for the torrential rain we were supposed to be having, but
I don't know if you
it
listened
didn't come.
to WhatsApp earlier on, after you sent the message. But basically, like, my old job offered me my old job back, you see, right?
Yeah.
And it's town is where my daughter lives, right? So what they've said is, as soon as I move or I've got a moving in date, to give them a ring, and then they'll get me in either the day after or at least that week. They'll get me in as my old job. So it'll be pretty cool, like, to get that, and then at least then I'll have weekends free as well.
Yeah.
And I'm a lot closer to you and Claire. Well, in fact, I think I'll say Northampton, because that's quite central to everything, on where I want to go. It's probably about 10 miles to my job. So that'll be really cool. But I'm aiming to be there anything between March and May or June next year, because obviously I've got to get Christmas out of the way, done and dusted for my daughter, and then once I've done that, I can just keep my money then, and then get moved then, hopefully. So it'll be well worth it in the long run. But yeah, it'll be pretty cool. So it'd be nice just to get back into work as well, to be honest. So yeah, man, all good, isn't it?
Yeah. Your name's come up in my court case, one of the court cases.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because of comments you made on one of my live streams. They were picked up on by one of the parties, and they went like, "Look what he said, yeah. Look what he said, yeah." And they were like,
"What did you say?"
I said, "Don't say that. That's naughty." So I talked you down from what you were saying. But the thing is, they haven't gone after you for what you said. They've gone after me. And it's like, so that don't work, does it? That don't work. As I said, you know, I'm not my brother's keeper. I can't be responsible for what other people are saying.
And my dad don't.
But they haven't gone after you. They come after me.
Got no chance. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's like my mum can't fucking keep me locked up, right? And my dad has got no chance. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not being funny, but if anything, right, I'm the instigator in most of it. Most of the time, but I think in most of when these people were talking, they gave me the shit, and I was just
they were winding it up, and we were just going, "Hey, you cheeky twats," and fucking reacting. Yeah,
like I do any other time.
Oh, mate, they've cherry picked statements I've made from videos which weren't even about them, and I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about something completely different, and they've taken a clip and gone, "See what he's saying?" It's like, that's not about you. It's a completely different subject matter. It's not even about you. So you can't, you know, if you take all the words from my videos, you could probably string together, "I have a nuclear bomb and will kill everyone, and I am a rapist." You know what I mean? You could probably make me say things like that if you're going to do the full number. Just like totally chop my fucking words up. You know? It's like, Jesus.
Second, right?
Yeah.
What was it called?
It's on BBC One at the moment, isn't it? On a Sunday.
It's not staged, is it?
No,
hang on. Right. So we've been watching, right, this series, right? And basically, right.
Capture, is it?
Capture. Yeah, Captured.
Capture, yeah.
Yeah, right. So we've been
Capture.
The Capture, it's called, right?
Right.
So basically, right. Let's say me and you walking down the street, yeah, right, and we were having a laugh and a joke. Well, on the CCTV, it made it out that me and you were fighting and we killed 4 people down the road?
Yeah, literally.
Like, it is fucked up, mate, and it is really fucked up. What's it called? What do they call it again? I know.
Artificial intelligence or something.
Yeah, it's basically that's what it is, yeah. But there's an actual name, right? They call it when they fuck around with the CCTV, and I can't remember the fucking name of it now. But when I remember, I'll put it. I'll send you.
Or they can put different people's faces on other people, and
yeah, and they pulled your body from a frame, and they made your body do certain things, and like
do live
yeah,
TV appearances using loads of your words.
Live.
Yeah, it's called deep faking.
Yeah, deep faking.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Yeah, it's messed up. Like, I was watching it and I was like, oh my god. I was like, can you imagine how many times I've been fucked over for this shit? I was like, do you know what I mean? Is this stuff real? And it's like, yeah, and then you actually get looking into it, and it actually is a big thing, like. But yeah, it's been watching some mad shit over series. I keep telling them, put a film on with it. It's like, I can't keep watching these series. They're driving me nuts.
Well, there's new technology now. It's only just literally this month has been unveiled, right? That what it was, you could take a really grainy photo, really bad, taken at night.
And it goes crystal clear.
And it goes absolutely crystal clear, but that was just stage 1. That was like their paper, and they proved that it could be done. They take a photo, zoom, becomes clear. They say, well, could we apply this to video? Yes. So now it takes night footage, which has been shot, that looks crap, and it makes it really clear. But the other thing, if you've got several photos, just a few photos of a building like that, right? It analyzes them all. It sees that the building is 3D and all the parts of it, and you can do like a fly past. Just from having a photo there and a photo there and a photo here, it goes, oh, I see what that is. And the AI goes, oh, yeah, I get that. And it's like suddenly you can fly through and everything moves, you know, and shit like that. So you can actually create shots when you weren't even there that look like you're there with a camera doing video. Yeah. Plus, they've gone one step further. It knows the depth of field of objects, so they can focus and make make your hand go into focus, then make the background go into focus. And it's like, and change the depth of field, and it's like fucking crazy. I mean, if people haven't seen it, it is absolutely mental.
Oh, yeah, no, it's really interesting.
Yeah, because I watched it on TikTok the other day, and it and I was like, what? I was like, that's really messed up shit, like proper messed up. But it shows, doesn't it, that
in the wrong hands it can cause.
Yeah, it's going to cause a lot of problems in the future.
Well, the only trouble is that stuff, because it's experimental and they're demoing it, you know, it is kind of it's open source. I think it's going to become like people will be able to use it, but nobody's written like a nice front end, so you can just go load a file, process, you know, like click done. At the moment you've got to do it with scripts. You've got to type in commands to send it commands, and it's just like somebody needs to make a front end for it. But yeah, no, it's not really augmented reality. It's actually making a 3-dimensional thing out of just a few photos. So it augmented reality like puts an object into a scene. So it like just films with your camera, and then it goes, oh right, I'm going to put an object in there. You know, no, this takes 2 or 3 photos and then goes, right, I can now see what's in the scene. It recognizes objects, and then it recreates it. So you can actually fly through it, you know, like proper quality. It's just like I mean, it's hard to explain. It's easy to show people. I mean, you should somebody should bring it up. Maybe bring up a demo of it. AI, what's it called? It's like AI noise clean. Hang on, let's see what it is. No, not air noise clean. AI noise clean. AI noise reduction. 1 month ago.
Maybe that's what it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Got a picture of someone's face, doesn't it?
There is a new plugin that's quite good called Topaz. I've heard somebody talking about that. That can get rid of the noise and retain the sharpness quite well.
Oh yeah.
Topaz is for video, yeah. It's for a demo. It's a brand new demo. Where the hell is that then? I don't know. AI.
It's mad stuff though.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Google. It's actually Google AI. It's Google AI. I got it. Do you want me to bring it up so you can just show
Yeah,
people? Because
bring it
it's
up and
crazy. People
add it.
won't believe this. Yeah. Right then. Right. Okay. So I've got sharing the screen. Right. So this is the thing. And what he does first, he tells you. Right. So these are the photos. Okay. So these are just the photos, and these are photos of he's just taken 2 or 3 photos of the lighthouse from different angles like that. Just not even like he's not taking hundreds of photos. He's just taking a few, and then you see the results then, right, of what it can do and how it can fly you through. And here he's taking a few photos of a train like this, and look at the results now. Ready? Look at that.
That's immense, isn't
That's so smooth.
Yeah. That is absolutely mental. And then what they say is, it's like we haven't had to fake this in and draw in objects. We just giving it a few photos. You leave it for an hour, and it gives you this.
And then
Look at that. It's like you're flying with a drone.
wow.
Mad as hell. But the thing is, as well, what they found is that you can do it with night. It's like it's really good at recovering from night stuff. So here he was saying, he's saying like if you take it like with low ISO, it's like this, but you don't get detail. But he said, but if you take the raw camera image, it looks like that. It looks horrible,
Yeah, it looks brain fucked, doesn't it?
Yeah. But then let's have a look. So that's a raw sensor data. So let's have a look. So he was saying standard techniques for noise cleaning will look like this. They look shit. Yeah. Okay, so these are examples of just noisy photos. Yeah, so he's showing you. Okay, and then so let's have a look at the new noise. So that's the new technique, completely clean. Yeah, completely clean and retaining the detail, and you can go 3D on it.
I mean,
so
as well, it's something different, isn't it? And that is extra smooth. That is.
Yeah. But it was a really grainy photo, and now it's something that's photo real, So, and look, you can change the depth of field, so you can focus, and it blurs out the background objects, and they even have bokeh on them, like the blurriness. I mean, look at this.
Look at that.
Look, he's focusing to the front, focusing to just one light. Look, he'll focus on that.
That's crazy.
And he'll focus out of the window and focus back on that. I mean,
cool though. It is cool.
It's cool. It's smart. Do you reckon that'll be over on Adobe Premiere?
It's not Adobe Premiere's probably a final sort of thing. But look at the detail it puts back. It can actually intelligently draw back in detail. So it's managed to recover and work out what the name of the road is, and it's kind of recovered it. So that's what it would look like previously.
Yeah. Look at the sky.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? It's like metal, isn't it?
Oh, it's definitely crazy.
And that's the new technique.
That's smart.
It's
really interesting.
Like Google Earth.
Yeah.
But like a live version. Does that make sense?
That's right. Yeah. Anywhere that doesn't have a 3D walkthrough photo, if you throw the photo into this stuff, it will kind of make it like as if they did do a street view thing, Yeah.
Maybe that's what they were trying to thingy on.
Yeah, maybe, because what it can do is it can put in all the extra detail between the photos they've already got. Because the photos go jump, don't they? And maybe with this, they can actually get it smoothly driving down the road in Street View, even though they didn't take video, they just took a load of photos.
Well, this is it.
And they must stock a hell of a lot of data already. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's coming, and it comes in every single day. Oh, and a lapse over, so it can be done. It's just somebody that's got to be brain enough to sit there and do exactly what they've done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ducks Go Quack said it's basically NVIDIA DLSS.
DLFS.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, let's stop sharing
I've
that, and
never
then I
heard of that.
can have a look at what's it
Yeah,
called.
I've never heard of that.
I'm looking for his.
DLSS, Deep Learning Super Sampling.
Oh, okay.
I've never
can't
even
see-
heard of it.
I can't see his comment in your chat thing.
It's definitely there. It's the third one up. Fourth.
Oh, Ducks Go Quack. Sorry, I was looking for Punches Couches. Sorry.
No.
Right. DLSS. Deep learning. Is it available to the public though? This DLSS.
Deep Learning Super Sampling.
Yeah, because what we need is we need a way that you can plug it into like Premiere or something and use it to clean up video.
Yeah, it'll be something ridiculous like that because like you think, right, if Adobe Premiere plays that, yeah, everyone, like, you know, people like us, yeah, that are like want to advance our videos for stuff like that, right? You look at the videos that you're already getting, yeah, with your drone, yeah. Imagine being able to do that with your videos, like you have done. You've done something similar. I think it was on Google Earth or whatever it was that you'd used, you know, to map things out, and it was really cool. Like, do you know what I mean? Duck said it uses in all the new games. Your RTX card supports DLSS. Oh, all right.
Yeah. Well, it's all well and good for 3D environments inside a game.
Yeah.
What I want is it to enhance video, so I can have like much quicker noise cleaning on my video. Because at the moment, if I noise clean, it takes hours. You know.
Well, I suppose it all depends on your setup as well, though, doesn't it? Like mine now, I've gone from that crappy little thing now. Well, it's not crap because it actually would. I think it's better than my one that I've got now. I'm not gonna lie, right? But the only good thing is, right, I've updated the graphics card to a GTX 1070, yeah, 8 gig, right, and then obviously I've got 128 gig of RAM, the dual Xeon, 12 threads and 24 hyper threads, whatever it works out. But yeah, it's like, don't get me wrong, on paper it's so much better. Do you know what I mean? But the rendering time, don't get me wrong, is a lot better again. But I don't know which one was better, if it was my PC because I've upgraded my PC or I've upgraded my graphics card and PC. Does that make sense?
If you're using Premiere, that will accelerate your rendering, but on the older versions of Premiere, if you were doing it to H.264 or H.265, Premiere didn't really accelerate the render. All it did is when you're playing back on a timeline, it would play back smoother on the timeline. But when you went to render, it didn't accelerate it. And I think they brought it in on the Mac to accelerate the rendering. They brought it in on Mac first, bastards, fucking little slimy shits, Adobe. But then they've recently brought it in.
Yeah, a lot of these companies and that, yeah, they all use Mac. A lot of companies use Mac. They don't use either Android or things.
Yeah, but there's a lot more people in the world with PCs, so you can be guaranteed the lion's share is PC people using Adobe products. Yeah, but the thing is, to get around it, if you haven't got the latest version of Premiere, what I used to use, and I still do use it because I think it's actually quicker than the Adobe accelerated rendering, is I use a little thing called VuCoder, and VuCoder will do accelerated rendering in Premiere.
Oh wow!
So you just have to, like, when you go to output, it's like your QuickTime, MB3, MB4, H.264, H.265, and then you'll have VuCoder, and you do VuCoder and just say, "Yep, I'll use that," and it's just whoosh. It was years before Adobe were even thinking about accelerating the rendering. That VuCoder used what was in the graphics cards. That Adobe were just like, "Really? Is there something to accelerate the rendering? No, we don't want to give them that, do we?" Yeah,
no,
it's like,
see,
so somebody else brought it out.
What I did download because I just needed to get some videos edited was I went back on to Sony Vegas because I knew how to download that straight away. Do you know what I mean? Because I'd done that over the last, since I think it was Sony Vegas 15, I think. But I've got I've got Windows 10 Pro. I've got now, which is better than the other one that I did have. In fact, Steve Ellis actually got me the Windows key for it.
Mm. Well, you need that because of the amount of memory you got, because your memory just won't show up otherwise, and it won't. You're in the Pro, got a lot of cores, so you need the Pro. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So basically, I've done that. There's a few little bits that I've put on it, Joe, like obviously Photoshop, Lightroom, them sort of things. So, but yeah, it's like I said, I've done it quite a lot lately, really. So I can't really whinge. Got myself a new car, got myself a new PC. Things are looking up a lot more. This time last year, I don't even want to go there. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't good. Do you know what I mean? So, if you'd have told me 12 months down the line that I was going to be in a lot better place, and and this, that, and the other, I'd never have believed it. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just crazy, isn't it? But what
Summer's gone so quick.
Oh, it went well quick. The last 8 weeks has just flown. Yeah. Hey, Minnie, how you doing? But yeah, so I'm only still recording in 1080p. Because I just think I don't know, I just don't think it's worth going from 1080p to 4K to completely destroy my memory. Do you know what I mean? So I can get a video that's the same sort of quality or a little bit less quality on 1080p, and it's only say 4 gig. But if I go on 4K, do you know what I mean? And it's it'll be 40k in it, 40 gig. Do you know what I mean? It's to me, it just doesn't make sense to record in 4K when I can get the same video but on a lot less memory. Does that make sense? But
it does, but when you've seen 4K and then you watch a 1080p video on the same screen, you go, oh yeah, I see, it's not quite as good as 4K, because 4K is 4K and 1080p is slightly fuzzier, but it's okay. It's not bad, but it is definitely fuzzier. And I didn't realize the difference when I had a screen that was 2K, because I was like, oh, it's not going to be that much better. But then I got a 4K screen, and I'm like, oh, fuck, it is. Yeah, shit, it is actually really different.
I've got Hans G, which is I think that's only 1080p. Might be 2K actually. But I've got 3 monitors at 21.5. Well, you've seen them, haven't you, when you come to mine? So they're quite good, but I am trying to find better screens that are going to do obviously that little bit more, or proper gaming monitors, so I can get the quality out of it, so then I can figure out then where I want to go with videos as well. So because at the minute I'm sort of flying through my videos, and I'm editing them, but I'm not kind of enjoying doing the editing side. So I think what I need to do, because Premiere is so much better than Vegas, I need to sort of just sit there for a whole day just figuring it out, and then doing one video. One video is going to take me 7-8 hours to figure out where all the little the little bits that I need. But it's just crazy times, isn't it? I've been saying it years. It's not the year 2000 anymore. Nearly all homes have 4K TVs. Oh, yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I still got a 1080 laptop. That's funny. But yeah, I know a lot of people that still either use their phones, or they use an iPad or whatever, to use on YouTube. So it's I don't know. I just don't think I'm ready to take that next step. I don't think.
It's a massive leap in
measure, in it.
Well, in terms of editing, in 1080p, if you set it Premiere up in 1080p and you've got your GPU is it's giving you a nice smooth experience. When you set it at 4, then it can get a little bit jumpy sometimes, and you are better off in 1080p for editing. Is going to be a lot easier for you. And to be honest, all the GPUs, even the 3090 I've got, they do struggle a bit more on 4K, but they got no problem with 1080p at all.
Right. Okay. Well, like I said, when I come to do it, obviously, Jordan was telling us about his monitors, wasn't he? MSI monitors he's got, and I think they're like 28-inch. I think he's got, and he's got two 28-inch, but they're quality monitors, like really are good. But I think he said he paid like 400 quid for his monitor, Joe, for one monitor. That's a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? To, like I've just spent like all that money on a new PC, and I've sort of trying to sort all that out. So right now it's just like I can't think about that right now, Joe. It's sort of when I have spare money, But apart from that, it's my setup. I'm more than happy with right now. So when I eventually move, I want to do a proper desk and stuff like that, and I want to do little bits, where I can sort of just get on with it, and then eventually it'll be a top quality setup that I've got. It'll be a lot better than what I've already got. Right now it's a really good setup that I've got, so I can't whinge. Do you know what I mean? So it's I took your advice and got rid of the other one. Alex had to fix it though, didn't he? He had to put a new hard drive in. What else was it? He was like, there was some other bits joined, so he's like, my mate Alex just sort of like sorted it all out, and then I've just given it to Vicky so she can use it, because she doesn't do a lot of videos, you see, so she does a lot more on like the picture editing and stuff like that. So for her, it's like it's a really good setup. My old one, Joe, for picture editing, it's ideal. Do you know what I mean? So, but for videos, which she's recently only just gone and bought a GoPro 9, I think. Was it 9? Yeah, GoPro 9. So she is doing little bits of videos, but she's not. Do you know what I mean? She's not going crazy on the YouTube. In fact, you haven't even set up a YouTube channel, have you? So
there's a channel there, but
yeah, it's not recognised by nobody. But yeah, so we are doing, like, I'm just trying to basically help her, and and it's sort of like giving myself some something to look forward to at the end of it as well, to see her like actually sitting there and doing some editing and bits like that, and I can show her the basics, and then from there she'll just have to figure it out herself. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not stupid.
No, far from it. I found scrubbing on 4K is fine. They do suffer a bit from the 8 gig of RAM that I find. Right. Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot to do with the hard drives as well, because like you can have an SSD drives, and then you have hard drives, and like I edit, and a lot of my footage is on USB 3 drives, so it's basically pulling it in, instead of being like what on an SSD, or like instantaneous on NVMe, or I've got an Octane drive. Those things are like fucking fast as fuck. But you've got to copy your footage onto them first before you start editing. But that makes a difference. It's your hard drives. It's getting the data to come in to display on the screen at that sort of resolution.
What I was going to say to you is that mine aren't an SSD, and they're not a HHD either, right? And I don't know what they are, because they're different on the back. Do you know, with plug-in, they are different, and I was like, I'd never seen them before.
I mean, one trick I've been doing recently is, say I've got like 45 minutes of walking down like a tunnel like this, and it's quite dark and it's going to be grainy. Well, 45 minutes to process that at 4K is going to be like 15 hours of rendering time. Yeah, that's just, it's going to take that long. And that trick I was telling Ducks Go Quacks, doing it in chunks in Premiere, so you don't lose the whole thing when you're trying to render out in one go. So what I do to speed it up, The ultimate trick is render that footage for 4K footage. You need that, right? Render it down to Cineform in 2K, right? So go from 4K to 2K in Cineform, right? And apply your color changes. Do that first, yeah? So that's baked into the Cineform, and bring that in at 2K and noise clean that. And then for bits which are daylight, you're in 4K, but for bits that are night and shitty, you know, so noise clean them at 2K, because instead of taking 15 hours, I'll probably get that done in about 2 or 3 hours.
Right.
Because of the massive difference in 2K noise cleaning versus 4K, it is night and day, like the amount of time it takes. And for what people can see, because it is actually, you know, noisy footage anyway, so you're cleaning it, it's not going to be perfect, but seeing it at 4K noise clean versus 1080p, I don't think you can tell the difference.
No.
You know, so yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's like, you know, don't get me wrong, like, you know, like this year has been quite a good year. You know, I think for a lot of us has been a good year. Do you know what I mean? Hey, Somerset Patriots, how you doing? Hope you're good, my mom.
Hello. I mean, you haven't even tried noise cleaning, have you? I mean, like
nope.
that'll come when you try Premiere. I'll tell you what the plugin is, Neat Video, but you can download a demo copy, but it'll it puts the word Neat Video right across the middle of the screen, but you'll still see it's like you could put a thing halfway across the screen, noise here, and perfectly clean video on the other side, like, and you're like, fuck me. And then you want to see that on all your videos then, but you just haven't got time to do it. Like, you know, it just takes a long time.
I wouldn't mind. Like I said, I'm gonna have to try and download Premiere. Try and download the cracked version. And then, because all my stuff's all cracked anyway, so I'm not gonna pay for it. Do you know what I mean? It's like I don't earn enough money really to go out and, you know, spend hundreds of pounds, you know what I mean, on editing software when I can just.
I mean, Adobe make $8 billion a year on their software, which they overcharge people for. So I don't think they're going to really lose out on a few people here and there.
No,
you know what I mean? They're a bit of a greedy company, like, yeah, $8 billion.
Sorry, how you doing? Good. But yeah, so it's like I'm just going to download that, I think. I do want to have a look at. There is another one called, I think it's called something like Audacity. I think it's called. So basically, I can pull it layer by layer on the audio. So when I do all my paranormal stuff, I can literally pull it out crystal clear. So I need to download that as well.
I used to use Cool Edit. Cool Edit got bought by Adobe, and they turned it into their version of Audacity, which is pretty good, and it's called Audition. Audition. So if you want to get that and try it, because I think side by side, it's got really, really powerful functions in it. You know, like noise cleaning for audio and things like that, and it's fast as anything.
Well, see,
you know.
So, what I do need to order for Vicky's PC is the Wi-Fi dongle to go into the back of it, because I didn't realise until I get it, because I'd always had mine plugged in, so I didn't realise it didn't have Wi-Fi on it. So I was like, oh, so I need to do that or run a wire up to a bedroom or whatever it is that she's going to have.
It's 10 quid. 10 quid for a dongle.
Yeah,
you plug it in PCI slot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So I'm just going to do that anyway, and then she'll be able to use it then in a bedroom, and she'll be sorted. So.
Or the smart money says don't use Wi-Fi, because between rooms Wi-Fi drops a lot, you know, and depending on your house, it can drop horribly, you know, like loads. Yeah. So if you're quite far from your router, or if your walls have got that metal stuff in them, you know, that metal.
I'd move the router up the stairs, right, as far up the stairs as I could, right. I'd take the lot.
Yeah. Right. There's these devices that you plug into the wall socket, and it uses your mains.
Yeah, boosters.
Right. They're called mains networking.
That's
No, not a booster. Not a booster.
No, that's it.
No.
You plug them into the wall close to the router. And then you unplug them, and then you go and put them where you want them, and then it picks it up then from the router itself, and it's more like what do you call it? Like an extension for your Wi-Fi, isn't it?
No.
Is it
See,
not?
no, don't do that. Don't do that. Right. People get confused because they do buy those and then they go, well, it's a booster. So what it does, it listens to the Wi-Fi and retransmits it. Well, that's radio waves, and you don't want radio waves because it's a tenth of the speed a lot of the time. I mean, okay, 5 gig Wi-Fi is a bit faster, but it's still not as fast as these connectors, right? What they are, right? Just imagine a network cable going from the router through the mains network of your house, coming out the other end and going into your computer. So imagine it's still a network cable. It's going through your mains, but it's a network cable. It's using your mains as the network cable.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a plug, so you just leave it like you plug it in to where your radio thing is upstairs. Yeah. Just plug it in there, and then
and have a wire coming out to the last bit to the computer.
And then literally, then you just order like a 5-meter cable to go then back to the PC.
No. Well, you can have even shorter than that. I mean, you can have like a 2-meter cable or something, just from the plug to the PC.
Yeah, just into the PC. That's it.
But you plug one plug downstairs, one plug near the PC, and you just connect them with wires. And the beauty of that is then you're not getting any Wi-Fi, and you're not getting your neighbours chopping your Wi-Fi on and off and disconnect and all that. It's wired. It's basically the reliability of a wired connection without having to have a wire running up the walls and round the corners. It uses your mains.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Consider it. It's that easy, really.
You'll have to just send it me on a message, Matt.
And it really is easy because those Wi-Fi boosters, you do have to program them up, and they're finicky, and they keep on forgetting their frequency and keep forgetting their codes, and you're always having to reset them. And these little things, you just plug it in, turn it on, the lights go ding ding ding, and that's it. It's done. It's as quick as that. And you plug the network cable in, you go upstairs, plug it in, turn it on, ding ding ding. You plug the cable in, that's it. It's just like a wire. It's just like having that wire there.
And that big white plug, it's about as big as that, right? But it's got a WAL, a fucking connector. You just plug it into that and then plug it into the back of the computer. And that's it.
Yeah. You can get them for about 30 quid for a pair. Right? Let me just show you now. You can order them online, 30 quid a pair, but make sure you use mains networking. Do not do anything to do with Wi-Fi, right? This is what they are, mains networking.
Oh, yeah.
There we are. TP-Link, a pair of them. They call them a starter kit because it's a pair.
TP-Link, AV1.
TP-Link. Yeah, right. There we are. Hang on, let me just press that. There we are. See, that's all it is a box with a network port in the bottom and another box with a network port in the bottom. There's no Wi-Fi about it, yeah? You can get some of them that got Wi-Fi in them, but again, you need to set them up. They're techie, techy. This thing, you plug it in, you turn it on, you put that one upstairs, you plug it in, turn it on, and you put a wire from that into the router and a wire from this one into your PC. That's it. Piece of piss. Absolute piece of piss. 29 quid.
Might be worth looking at them, then.
Definitely.
Yeah, Wi-Fi is for phones and tablets. It's slow and it's unreliable. You know what I mean?
I'm on Wi-Fi now.
I mean, the thing is, right, if you're uploading a video to YouTube, right, and it's usually a tenth of the speed. So say you've got a 70 megabit connection, 70 megabit both ways, right? Well, divide that by 10. The actual upload speed, if you do using Wi-Fi, will be about 7. So if you plug it in with a wire, it'll be 10 times faster. Yeah, and that's because you're using Wi-Fi.
Hardwired in.
Yeah, if you hardwire it, your uploads will be quicker and more reliable. Yeah. Dinkin makes a good point. They do have to be on the same phase, but usually most people are living in small enough houses so that one fuse box is on one phase. Yeah, because
that's it.
Most people
plug sockets upstairs are the same as the downstairs, aren't they? Normally,
they're all connected into the same network of wiring. Yeah, in the house. But if you live in a mansion house, you might find that the lights and the power at the front of the house has its own fuse box and is different to the lights and the power in the back of the house, which has its own fuse box. And that the phase shifts, so it's on different phase in the front and the back. Now, if you plug these boxes in that sort of environment, they won't show up. They won't show up. However, there is a way to bridge them. You can put two boxes where you know the phase changes. You can put a box here and a box there, connect them with the two boxes with a network cable, yeah, and then that'll bridge it and send the net into the phase. But you know, you should, yeah, you can do it that way. But it's it's techie, to have to do it. But yeah. Yeah, well, the phases, there's three phases, isn't there? There's red, blue, and green, and that's it's
Duck said that his mate uses them on his mining rigs, but they disconnect every around once every hour. They're really bad.
never had a problem with them. I put them in lots of places and never had a problem with them. It depends what brand you got. And the thing is, as well, there is something you can do. You can encrypt them, right? Now, if somebody else in your neighborhood is also using one, right, when you buy them, they're unencrypted. So you plug them in and they just talk to whatever. However, if your neighbor plugged one in and happened to be able to just sniff your signal, your neighbor would connect and he would be using your broadband. If he didn't have his router plugged in, so he'd be siphoning. However, if you buy two of them, you plug them in, you press the pair button, and it flashes, and you press the other pair button. Those two now are locked and they're encrypted. So if anyone else in the neighborhood plugs in, it won't interfere with your signal. However, as I say, I mean, if you don't do that, then somebody else plugging one in and buggering about, on the internet and heavily downloading on your connection could disconnect you. So I wonder whether or not he's encrypted them.
Real, isn't it, really? And they're not both here at the same time, are they, really? Not very rarely, isn't it? So just do it when one's in college and the other one's in work, or just do it then. So it's fine.
TP-Links are probably the worst of all brands for them. Well, the funny thing is, we've tried Netgears, right, expensive ones, and we were getting like less connection light, because there's usually three states, like off, which means you're not getting a signal, like orange, which means you're getting a 50% signal, and like green, which means you're getting a good signal. And the Netgears just didn't really transmit very well. So we went across to using cheap TP-Links and never had a problem. However, I mean, if you get a lightning storm, it can blow them. They can pop, and then you have to buy another one. But the thing is, they're cheap. So.
Well, it's worth looking into either way, then, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Ideal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd rather run a cable as well, because the thing is, these things run about 500 megabits data transfer rate, but a cable, you can get a gig or 10 gigs out of a cable. You won't be able to get that out of these, but these are a lot faster than Wi-Fi and a lot more reliable.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, like as soon as I moved into my new place, obviously where I've just my actual place, first thing I did was I bought I think it was a 25-meter one, because I didn't know if I was going to have my router in my front room.
So you got a cable?
Yeah.
You never told me that bit, did you?
I did.
No, you never.
You did. And you went, I'm not running a cable. And I went, all right, well, we'll leave it there. We'll just leave it there. We'll just leave it there. And I was like, I'm not arguing with you. That's fine. You're not running a cable. I shut my mouth, being a good boy. Right? I fucking did. Right? Because I know what size my fucking bread's buttered on, right? And I didn't have my fucking ear chewed. That's what that was. Right? And she was adamant she wasn't running a wire. Right? Because she didn't want to put it, going all the way up the stairs and, into a bedroom and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I just
get indecisive, that's all. I'm a woman, aren't I?
So, but I've actually got a 25-meter one in mine.
You did have a 25-meter cable. I
have got a 25-meter in mine, right? But the thing is, it's like, at the same time,
Yeah. James L makes a good point, which I didn't say. You should never run these things on a surge protector strip, right? Because if you plug one of those into an extension socket, which has got curly cable or whatever, it works best through hard cable. So the stuff that's in the walls, mains network cable that goes through the walls is hard. Yeah, it doesn't like stranded, twisted cables. It doesn't like that. And what it really doesn't like are surge protected plugs, sockets. It works. It will work better on a normal cheap one that's just literally just a wire to the socket. But if it's going wire to a surge protector in the socket, it fucks up the signal. So yeah, if you get any issues, just plug it into an actual wall socket. You know.
Yeah, no,
Best. Yeah.
I'll like I said, I'll if I forget what they're called again, I'll drop you a message. Or whichever. I'm sure one of you will reply back.
I mean, they solve it for a lot of people, and what it will mean as well. If there's somebody downstairs using the Wi-Fi right next to the router, they get a good. It's good, you know, because they're right next to it. But somebody upstairs doesn't have to rely on shitty Wi-Fi and sharing it with that person, you know, through the router. They're getting good upstairs without having to bugger about. Like, yeah, it's a lot better.
Ideal.
Yeah. I mean, I put like 10 of them in a mansion house. You know, I put 10 of them in a mansion, and I put cheap Wi-Fi, because if you buy them with Wi-Fi built into them, these things, you can do it, but fuck me, are they fucking expensive? It's like you're going up from like you get buy two for 29 quid, so basically 15 quid a piece. The moment you put Wi-Fi on one, it's like 60, 70 quid a piece. You know what I mean? It's like, nah. So what you do is you buy one, and you buy a cheap 20 quid Wi-Fi box, and you plug that on the back of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can piggyback off them, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so, because I remember looking into this, right? Like last year, because I thought, oh shit, I'm going to be moving soon, right? And then I thought, fuck. So it was either run a cable from wherever it is, and then it just means that I'm going to have to put my PC wherever it is that when I move. And then I was like, nah, I thought I'll just run a cable, because I thought this just seems really complicated. And then I was reading on it saying that you can piggyback off him, and I was like, that's actually really fucking cool, because that means now I can get a really good Wi-Fi wherever I am in my flat.
That's right. You put these little boxes wherever you want, and you put a little cheap 20 quid Wi-Fi extender on the back of it. Because bear in mind, like I said, if you get lightning, it'll destroy that device. So you don't want to destroy an expensive device. So because you put a Wi-Fi and the box, you could replace the Wi-Fi, or you could replace the box. You know, so you'd have to throw everything else away. And if you want to using these new systems, mesh systems, which are very, very expensive and are basically similar to what we're talking about here. You know, they transmit Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi, but they don't use the mains network. They just do it through a load of boxes, like creating a network between the boxes. But again, it's radio, you know. So
believe it or not, right, my Wi-Fi box is actually in my front room window. It's actually on my windowsill, and I just leave it there because I don't have any problems with it there. Or I can't remember if it's either on there or it's on the end of my desk. But it's much underneath the window anyway. So
oh, Claire's in. Hello, Claire.
Yeah, Claire's just come in. She just said that Miles and Ty, she's had them all day. So yeah, Mom.
Oh yeah, we would never know how to do that, because we're not as elite as you, Mr. Ducks, setting them all up on the same access points, bridging them. No, we would never know how to do something like that.
Like I've learned a lot of my stuff through YouTube, and I have actually learned a lot of YouTube, because like I'm either waiting for people to message me back, and I'm sitting there going, I gotta fucking. What the fuck? And I was like, so I messaged my mate Alex. Normally I message you. I message Ducks. Sometimes I message Steve, and I'm like literally sat there like a fucking sitting duck, going, what the fuck? And I'm like, fuck it, I'll fucking YouTube it. So by that point, I've already got the answer, and I've already got the answer then of 4 people. It's funny as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. No, well, the thing is, Ducks, here's what I found in my real world, right? Okay, yes, you can get them all to talk to each other on the same SSID, and you can get them all to kind of work so that they're transparent through the network. However, you don't know which one you're connecting to. And you say, yes, they'll automatically connect to the stronger signal. But what if they don't? What if it's stuck on a shit signal? You don't know which one to tell it to go to because you can't see which one it's on. So you're assuming you're on the best signal and hoping for the best. But if you're not, you can't come off and force it to a better one because you don't know which ones are there because they're all coming up as one. Yeah, they all come up as one. So I don't like that system personally. I mean, you could do it, but like if I'm in the left wing of the house, I would rather name it left wing. Yeah, and it's like, and when you go into another part of the house, if it detects that it's a stronger signal in the middle of the house, and that's middle, then it will change to middle because it'll detect it's a stronger signal. So it'll do that anyway, whether or not they're the same SSIDs or not. It will shift signal. However, if it forgets or can't do it by itself, you can just pull down the Wi-Fi thing and say, I'm in the left-hand side of the house. It thinks I'm still in the middle. No, I'm not. And you can change it. You can actually change it, but it should change by itself. But in reality, I don't find they do. They're meant to, but they don't. And if you've got a single SSID, you can't tell which one you're connected to. So I don't like that, you see. I'm not a great fan of it.
Yeah, I'd rather just be able to pick up the one signal and then that's it, then it's done, innit?
Yeah.
So, but I think, do you know what it is, right? I don't do well to change either.
Mm.
And I struggle a little bit.
Why do office blocks use that system, Matt? I don't know. Probably because they can charge people a lot of fucking money to give them shit. Yeah.
Maybe.
Why do businesses use servers, Ducks? Why do they use servers? And why do they sell them a seven grand server with Microsoft server on it to go and get their emails?
Gosh.
Does it actually do very much for them? No. They can share files from machine to machine. They don't need a server. Emails, they can just go and get those directly off the internet. What's a server for? Yeah. So if you want to tell me about what they do in offices and why offices are so good and why they use this shit in offices, I would say it's shit. They shouldn't be using a lot of this stuff in offices because it's fucking shit. I've gone into places, right, where all they're doing is running a few tills and they got a bloody server that costs £7,000. It's like, why?
Ridiculous.
Why? You know what I mean? A server to run the tills. That they could run that off a standard PC. You don't need it. You know, but it's because they can sell it to them and it says it costs a lot of money. Does it actually work? Not always. Is it easy to configure? Nope. You know.
Oh, see, Linux is always good. How you doing?
Yeah. So this is the thing. See, I mean, it's like, yeah, you can get very expensive mesh systems, you know, and like get them all talking to each other, but is it actually giving you good quality signal around the building? You're not guaranteed it, you know.
No, never guaranteed anyway. Do you know what I mean? And it's one of them, isn't it? But no, it's handy because like, no, it's not just like ruled to one thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's multiple ways now to do it, and all wireless as well. And it all depends on how much money Vicky's got as well. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, it's, you know, people can't afford to spend 200 quid on a router that's got whatever else built into it. Then they've got this, and then they want to do it that way. That's okay, that might work for you, but you got to remember, right? You know, Vicky's like a mother of two.
Yes, it's crazy.
And she gets fleeced left, right, and centre by her kids, right? Do you know what I mean? So you got to remember, you know, sometimes
the only thing they complain about is the fucking internet speed.
Yeah, they always whinge about the internet. Do you know what I mean? But
they're probably using Wi-Fi, aren't they?
Yeah,
I would imagine.
Yeah.
Well, there's your problem. Is you know they're probably getting shit speed through Wi-Fi.
They've both got their iPads. You know what I mean? They've both got iPhones, right?
Yeah, Ubiquiti are one of the most expensive companies out there. Yeah, they're good products, but who can afford them? You know what I mean? If you want a mesh system that's going to cost you £2,000 for about 3 pods around the house, Ubiquiti. Who's got that sort of money? Who's got that sort of money? It's crazy.
So, for me, right, to sort of, you know, when I showed Vicky, because Vicky came and sat over here, and she was looking at these Wi-Fi things, you know, and she was actually quite made up with that. So, you know, 30 quid over 200 quid, it's a no-brainer for her, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Because she's going to do the job exactly what she wants. She doesn't want wires running all over the place, and you know, that's just it, really. Do you know what I mean? So, I think she's probably going to go for the 30 quid thingy ones. Do you know what I mean? So, you know,
Yeah.
but that you know, if it was me, I'd probably spend 30 quid over it. How often do we get thunder and lightning apart from this week? Right, this week we've had well over 30 times we've had thunder and lightning. Yeah, you know, with the thunder and lightning has been immense up here. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know what about everyone else, but it's been crazy. Do you know what I mean? So, but you know, like I said, mine's all hardwired in. Do you know what I mean? And that's just it for me. Do you know what I mean? It works for me, and that's it. So,
I mean, yeah, you don't have to spend loads of money to do this stuff, but I mean, you know, if you've got like 5 people trying to use the main router, which is only going to use one Wi-Fi frequency at once, right?
Yeah.
And 6 people using that and all hammering it means that the Wi-Fi has to share it and time splice 6 times. So it's going, I'll talk to user 1, stop. Talk to user 2, stop. Talk to user 3, stop. Talk to user 4, stop. So what you need is a way to kind of give yourself individual exclusive access to a frequency on Wi-Fi. And the only way you're going to do that is with multiple access points. So you buy a 20 quid point for upstairs, a 20 quid point for the loft, and you use the main router for the thing. And that way each person could be connected on their own Wi-Fi channel directly and exclusively to that thing. But if they're all trying to talk at the same time, it's going a bit for you, 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 a bit for you.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I've had it here. I've had to come off Wi-Fi because my actual phone signal was quicker.
Yeah, it becomes a nightmare at times here. Like, actually, I'm surprised yours not gone for any.
It has 4 times.
Oh, has it?
4 times.
Because they've got long come in. So there's me, there's you, both kids. They've both got smart tellies. I do see what you're saying.
So,
you know, you do get some really expensive routers, but like you said, who's going to pay that sort of money? It's just crazy. I mean, you can pay like £400 for a router because it's got 5.8 and simultaneous 2.4, you know, and it's got 3 antennas on it, and it's like 400 quid. And it's like, well, why not just buy three 20 quid Wi-Fi things and plug them into the router? Buy 3 independent Wi-Fi boxes and plug them in. Then you haven't had to spend 400 quid. You know, you've done the same thing, but you saved all the money. But like, if you want it all built in and somebody's polished it and made it into a box and sells it to you for 400 quid, just get 4 of these things, just plug them in your router you got now. You know, but people don't understand how to do it, so they just think that, oh, spend money, I'll get something that works really great. But they still don't understand it. They just think the more money they throw at it, the better it's going to be. Not always. You've got to actually know what that router's doing and how it operates to get the best out of it.
So that is the most simplified version I've ever heard say, and it's just totally made sense altogether. Because I'm not tech stupid at all, far from it. But when you put it like that, that's just so much more simple, and it makes me feel a bit more thick, like I've lost the coin at some point. But yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah, you go into Curry's, they'll try and sell you a 400 quid router because that's what they're in business to do. They don't give you good advice in fucking Curry's. In fact, they've always given the worst advice of any place, and it's always made me, you know, like question why the bloody hell are they in business? But you know,
yeah.
I love simplified versions of things.
No, it is. It's don't they call it layman's terms? They call it, don't they, to simplify things.
Depending on what they've got in and what lines are just about going out, so they need to get new lines in. They switch what's the best television to buy will be this television because it's what they're trying to get rid of, you know. And then like next week it'll be, no, the best television we got is this one because we've just got this in and we've got to start selling them. So it's like, well, which is the best television? It's like, well, whatever they've got the most of, they want to sell. You know what I mean? And they don't even understand. I mean, I remember when like high definition televisions came out, you could go into Curry's, and I tried this as an experiment. I went in there, I said, well, so what's a high def television then? And they went, well, they all are. And I said, well, which one's the best quality? And they were like, well, they're all the same. And I said, no, that one there's 720, this one's 1300 pixels, that one there is 2K, right? So they're all different. And none of the Curry's staff even knew there was a difference. They were like, no, they're all HD. And I was like, no, there's HD and there's HD ready. And HD ready means it's not 2K. It means it's less than 2K. So which ones are the good ones and which ones are the bad ones and which is the real? And they didn't know what the HD TVs were. They're the ones. And I said, you have to look in the book, and it tells you 1920 by 1080. That's real HD. Yeah. And they were like, So of course you go in there and they're selling shit to grandma.
I think
they're
my
selling you
TV
shit.
is, I think, 11 or 12 years old. Yeah, right. Do you know what? I can't. It's just a good TV. It's never let me down.
My TV upstairs.
And it still works, but it's really heavy.
My TV upstairs is like 4K HD TV, and it feels like I'm in the TV. Sometimes it's horrible. Because it's so big, you feel like you're in the TV.
Yeah, but imagine mine at the bottom of my bed.
I tell you what, now we're lucky because if you buy a 4K TV, there is only 4K. There's none of this rip you off. It's not really 4K or 4K ready, which means it's not 4K, but it'll take a 4K signal, but it's not 4K. Luckily, now you walk in and buy a 4K telly, you get a 4K telly. They've stopped all this shit. Yeah.
I didn't realise how good. I mean, I've got a smart TV downstairs that's way newer than my 4K HD one upstairs, and the one downstairs is shit compared to the 4K upstairs. It's baffling.
Sorry, just watching the cat on the top of the window. Do you know the little windows? Like, he's literally just bounced up. Look, he's come in now. Look. Okay. What the fuck? Nearly cracked him, man. Sorry.
To your cat?
I have a cat.
Oh, he's gone. He's on one. He's on one, mate. He's proper on one.
Yeah.
So funny, mate. He's just like.
He's a caravan cat. He's only ever lived in a caravan before here.
Prince. Oh. Jesus Christ. I don't think.
He's underneath.
Prince. Come on. Come here. Prince. No, he's so funny.
Keeps occupied.
I don't know if you'll see him.
Look, he's going back your way.
Where is he?
He's behind you.
No, I guess he's so funny. He just bounces around you. Oh, he's hilarious. He's just like proper going nuts. He's like, come here.
He didn't go through the window normally, does he? He's a cat.
I know, yeah.
He's a proper, he's a dog.
Oh, he's like, yeah, he's so funny. He's so territorial. It's unreal. Like anything that moves in the garden, he's like, just straight one side to the other. He jumped out the bathroom window the other night.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's like, and then he gets locked out. Yeah, but he won't come back through the window. You have to open the door. It's like, fuck you know. Couldn't make this shit up if you tried. Prince.
Is that
Oi. Oh, bye then. He's gone.
Hey.
Oh, he's nuts, mate, honestly. He just
balls
like,
is well expensive.
he just like sits on your shoulder and that, and then he just like headbutts you because he's just funny as anything. He just wants attention.
It's not something that we wanted, we acquired him.
You did. But
If you like The Capture, did you ever watch a series called Person of Interest?
Yeah, I think I have done, but I've watched so many sometimes it's so confusing, but yeah, it does ring a bell.
Yeah, Person of Interest is that there's an AI technology that is literally like a super brain that can watch every security camera and listen to every phone and knows what's going on every single PC, anything electronic, it knows everything. It's like a super brain. So if somebody says like the word bomb in China, it automatically knows all your history, everything about you, and like, you know, it knows everything about you, and then it's like trains all the cameras on you. It's got satellites looking at you, and it's like, and it's doing this all simultaneously, so it knows when anybody's going to commit a crime, right? and it basically then is like informing the government he's just about to commit a crime. He's just committed this crime. They've done this. They've done that, and it's like all knowing. It's like godlike power. And the guy who invented it got kicked off the program. So what he did is he has a back door, and he told the system to cryptically tell him when things are going to happen. Right. So it phones him up and like gives him a code, and then he knows where a crime is about to take place. And basically they go and solve crimes as they're about to happen. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, it's a good idea. Like, you know, well, the government can't work out how the AI is like doing this because they thought that when he was off the program they had control of it, but the AI is like using him like a friend, you know, because it wants him to solve the crimes, and the government don't want the system to be used to solve crimes. It wants it so that it's got more power over other governments. But the AI itself is intelligent, and it wants people to solve the crime, so it's feeding all the information to this guy. It's a good story. It's a TV series. It is.
Oh, right. It might be something that I might have to look into again. Another one.
I just like things that are just not the normal. Yeah, but it's so normal. It's right under our noses.
I'm running out of oxygen in this bedroom. I don't ever open a bloody window. Yeah, I wonder that sometimes.
That's all I ever do. Mine are still open.
We've not closed the window in the yard.
No.
But we have found some hairy spiders.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't finished fixing the boat engine. I'm going to have a look at it at some point, but yeah, I haven't got around to it. Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
It was rough running, I think, on one of the things, which was the lower one, and I just don't know whether it's the valves need to be adjusted because it's letting fuel in when it should be closed and exhausting, so it's over rich basically, or
you find out then. You'll know as soon as you look at it.
Yeah. So I haven't got as far as that, but what I thought as well is it could be the spark plugs weren't firing properly, so it's rich because it's just not sparking. It's not sparking. So I'm going to make sure it's getting a good spark and make sure and try it. You know, again, I bought the spark plugs. I just haven't got around to fucking doing it. So yeah.
Hi everyone, have a good evening. I'm out exploring tomorrow. I'll message you in the morning. Yeah, all right, Claire, no worries. Claire, drop me a message on WhatsApp, right? Because I sent you that location, so I want to know if it's the same one. Because if it isn't, I might be able to meet you there. So let us know anyway.
Yeah. So I was going to get off and do some editing actually because I'm finishing the Crowley's house. I went with Ghost Adventures of Cornwall and met with Kerr now down there. Who's in actually, and I'm editing it now as we speak. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not going to be on for much longer anyway because it's coming up to my bedtime. I'm trying to keep myself into a routine. Oh, yeah. That series called again, Matthew? Andrea's
Person of interest.
Do you want to write it in the comments so people can see it?
I don't know if I can write in these comments.
Person of interest.
I don't know why I can't write in the comments, but I don't think I can.
It's right, I've done it. I did it on my shit pad.
Yeah, I mean it's finished now. It came to a conclusion. Like they finished the series, but it's good because one of the guys from Lost is in it. You know the guy with glasses, the short guy who was like with a walk, like yeah. I think he might have. No, he wasn't crippled in Lost, but he was. They all thought he was the guy behind it all, you know, because he always seemed to know what was going on.
All right. I'll definitely. I'll have to have a look at that.
The Fence. Let's check that out then. What's that? Always after something good. Top Gun's out now. You can watch that on Pirate.
We've seen it.
Yeah.
I watched it on Sky the other week.
No,
Oh, Cody. Sorry.
I went to the cinema to see that.
Yeah, I watched it though. It was well worth it. It was pretty cool, to be fair.
Oh, it's about Bristol with bikes. Okay, the fence.
Is it actually?
Interesting. Yeah.
Oh, Punch's Couches is still in.
Oh, Sally Phillips is in it. Bloody hell. I met Sally. Yeah.
All right then. Well, I think what I'm going to do then is I'm going to finish up now, and then I can have a bit of a chat with you for 5 minutes, because I want to know where you've been and what you've been up to,
Mm.
and then I don't have to message you then. So, right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you to all my moderators for joining and dropping the links, etc., etc. And yeah, thank you very much, Volt, for joining tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Exploring with Matty. He was on before for the first 5-10 minutes, and then he went off, got some food.
Don't worry, Matty. I'm not going to tell him where it is.
Will, if he knows what's good for him, he will. But no, it's cool.
I'll give him a hint of what it is, but I'm not going to tell him where it is.
To be honest, right? Matty will tell me anyway, so it's fine.
You may find he won't, because we so want to keep this for ourselves. Yeah, because nobody's filmed in this. We are the first. Yeah.
Actually, I'll talk to you after this, right? And I'll tell you what I know, and you can tell me if it's something different, right? Because it was only literally a few weeks he was actually telling me that he was digging a place out.
There's a few irons in the fire.
Yeah, so
yeah.
I'm just leaving it at that now. And what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to bugger off. So thank you, everybody. I can't thank everybody in here, but apart individually. So it's just thank you to everybody. And I'm out, guys. So I will see you all soon. And that's it. So, yeah.